Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for finding time once again to join into the conversation. My name is Monica Kamunde, aka Magical, and I change people's lives by offering financial advice and financial solutions. In my previous conversation, I took time to discuss life cover. And you could be wondering, so then do I go about securing a life cover for myself? I will take you through what exactly is required of you. So, as we said, a life cover is a kind of a cover that pays a lump sum to your beneficiaries in an event of your demise. And so what happens is that you approach a service provider and you agree on the cover amount that you require. There are so many ways of uh, determining the cover amount that you require, but most importantly is one that helps you replace your family's monthly expenses. So the amount of life cover that you take should be able to replace your income. So from a professional point of view, you could look at your income and um, do a factor that is able to guide you on the amount that you require. Once you've agreed on the sum assured or what is called the cover amount, you will then get a calculation on the amount of premiums that you will be required to pay for the insurance company to meet their side of the bargain. So there are quite a number of factors that determine your premiums. The amount of money you pay for your life cover monthly is called premiums. And so these factors are varied. The first factor that comes into play is your age. Age is a factor because different ages have different risk levels. So the younger you are, the more affordable your life cover is. And actually, this is a call for young people to start purchasing their life covers now. If you have a young family, you need to have your life cover now because it's more affordable than when your age advances. So the older you are, the more expensive your life cover become because there's an element of risk that is taken into calculation when determining the premium. The second aspect that is considered is your gender. Gender is either male or female. Male Men pay more for their premiums, and this is because it is assumed that women live longer and men have higher risk appetites. The kind of activities they engage in makes them high risk profile. So you'll realize that if you do a quotation for a sum amount for two people who are of the same age and they're taking the same sum assured, they will pay differently if one is male and the other one is a female. The other factor that comes into play in determining your premiums is your health status because the underwriters have to look at your health situation and determine at what rate they are taking up the risk. So it's then important that even as we do our everyday activities, we take a keen look at our health. The other factor that the underwriters use to um, decide on your premiums is the cover amount. Of course, if you're taking a cover of, let's say, 1 million and the other person is taking a 5 million cover, the one taking a 5 million cover will pay more if their ages are the same. So, Having said that, the other factor that comes into play is the issue of your lifestyle. Lifestyle plays a big role. Lifestyle could mean um, what kind of a life do you live? Are you a smoker? Are you a heavy drinker? So all these things eventually come into play, as well as your occupation. Occupations that are high risk are quite expensive to cover because of the nature of the risks involved. So once you have decided on the sum assured and the premium has been determined, uh, factoring in all these various aspects that we've discussed, then you're required to choose beneficiaries. Beneficiaries are people who will be or who will receive the proceeds of your cover upon your demise. And these are the people the insurance company will honor. It doesn't matter who else comes and says, I was who and who. The insurance company only deals with the people who are indicated on the contract document. So once you've done that and the underwriters have looked at your risk profile and they've decided to give you the cover, once you pay the first premium and your cover has been issued, it means that your cover is active, and from then on your family is protected. But you must remember that you must continue to pay for your life cover the premiums every month or every quarter or every annually, depending on the premium frequency that you choose. So that's in a nutshell, briefly, how you go by purchasing a life cover. And in my future conversation, I will also discuss how then to ensure that you get the right provider. Bye bye. Thank you.